Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday night. I hope that you guys had a wonderful day. I am super excited to be here again tonight. Tonight's topic is called Stop Shackin'. Stop Shackin'. So, if this is your first time ever joining me, welcome to Grow with Dezi. My name is Desiree Foster Collins, and I am a leadership development and personal growth coach. I love everything personal growth, and one of the things that I love to do is I love to just talk about different topics that I can share my own experience with you with and to help you become the very best version of you that you can possibly be. Basically, at the end of the day, I help individuals and businesses get results. Period. The results that you want. So, again, if this is your first time joining me, I appreciate you. I want to give Facebook just a little bit of time to build an audience. I see that I've got some people watching, so hello. Let me know who you are. I'll throw your name up on the screen, say hello, and just let me know where you're joining from. I think it's cool that people join me from around the world. So tonight's topic in this teaching that I'm going to be doing all month on vision and your purpose and getting you to align authentically and transparently with who you are in vision, and so that you can achieve the vision that you want to achieve for your life this year. That is my goal. So that is what we're going to be talking about. And I'm excited about it. So tonight's topic, stop shacking. Stop shacking. There's a verse that I love in the Bible. And, I love everything about the Bible, but this one, as I was preparing for this evening, this one kind of caught my attention. And basically, it says this. I'm going to paraphrase it, but you can go look it up. And this was basically what it says is this. This is Jesus talking. And he said, it's what is inside you that defiles you. What is on the inside of you is basically what defiles you. It is what makes you, it's what messes you up. What's on the inside of you. So, my question to you, because I always have a question that I want to ask. My question to you is this. What will it take to stop you? Everybody's got these big goals, big dreams, big vision, big things that they want to accomplish, big to them. But what will it take to stop you? Now, if you're anything like me or some of the people that I surround myself with, that I know, like, oh, nothing. I'm just going to push through. I'm going to do the things that I need to do so that I can do the things that I want to do. Yes, absolutely. But if there is something, if our Creator said, it's not what's outside of you that defiles you, it's what's inside of you that defiles you. And that can be found in Mark chapter 7, verse 20. It's what's inside of a person that defiles them. When we're talking about our goals, our dreams, the visions that we have for our life, and it's what's on the inside of us that messes us up. What's it going to take to stop you? I can tell you that most people are stopped because they lack confidence. Oh, Dezi, I can never do what you do. You make it look so easy. Okay. It took trying, right? But lack of confidence is what stops us. Another thing that stops us is that we don't believe in what's possible for ourselves. We believe that it's possible, and I say we collectively, just in general terms. This may not apply to you. But what stops people is that they don't believe in what's possible for them. They might believe it's possible for someone else, but they don't believe it's possible for them. Another thing that stops us is that can stop people is that they lack belief in what they are capable of achieving. I had a staff member once who she had ran a restaurant for years. And I mean, she was a general manager. She did everything. She had to know everything about each and every department that she was responsible for. She's the GM. And she left that industry, came into a new industry, and now, we're doing some mentoring. And her idea was, okay, well, I came in this low position, and the very next logical place for me to go is the next step. So going from an administrative assistant, for example, to an analyst, level 1 or level 2. That is what makes sense. That is what I am capable of achieving. And so we kind of toyed around with it. I said, let's just kind of scrap. Let's kind of scrap the idea that you've got to go step by step by step by step. What did you do before you came here? Well, I ran a restaurant. Well, tell me, what did that involve? Were you responsible for the finances of the business? Yes. Were you responsible for the customer service? Yes. Were you responsible for the kitchen and the food? Yes. Were you responsible for the people that work there? Yes. Were you, at the end of the day, were you responsible for all of it? Yeah. So tell me again, why is it that here, if you could be responsible for all these things here in the restaurant field, that you have to go from being an administrative aide to an analyst when you possess all of the skills and the ability of a senior level manager? Help me understand that. And so we just kind of toyed with it, and I had her write some things down and everything. But her limiting belief that she had to go from step 0.5 to step 1 came from the fact that she believed that she was that number 1, it may not have been for her. Number 2, that maybe she wasn't capable of jumping from that level, even though she had the experience, the background, the aptitude, and the capability to manage a a very, very big organization, a restaurant. Okay? So we lack belief in what that we're capable of achieving. Another thing that stops us is that we just don't believe that we're worthy. We don't believe that we're worthy. So I entitled tonight's teaching, Stop Shackin', because one of the things that I'm going to encourage you to do, if you spend any time with me, if you jump into anything that I am offering or doing, is that I am going to believe for you that you are fully capable, have the full potential to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. And I will not subscribe to the excuses. I will not subscribe to the foolery of the lack of thought that you're able. Now, that's pretty bold to say. I'll say that because I've got people in my life that don't allow me to do that either. But most people will be stopped, not from what's outside of them, but just like this text says, it's not what's outside of a person that defiles them. It's what is within a person that defiles them. Lack of confidence, lack of belief, lack of understanding, lack of feelings of worthiness, not having the mindset in the space that it needs to be will actually do more damage than you taking the time and the steps necessary to put yourself in a position where you will achieve, starting with your mindset. So when I say we're going to stop shacking, we're going to stop shacking with all the foolishness up until this point that we have allowed ourselves to believe. Hey, Melanie. What's up, girl? Thank you for joining me. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. We're gonna break up. We're gonna move out. We're gonna kick the excuses out. We're gonna stop shacking up with all of the doubt, the fear, and the insecurity, all the things, the lack of belief, the lack of confidence, all the things that have brought us to this point that make us doubt, that make us fear, that make us worry. And we are going to now become a living example. What does being a living example of a person that can accomplish the vision, dreams, and goals that they have for their life this year, what does that person look like? What does that person sound like? What does that person speak like? What are the things that they allow into their space? Do they spend all their time watching the negativity that's on the news, listening to craziness on the radio, being with people that don't lift them up but bring them down, or they being with people that call themselves being realist and trying to protect you from you? What does being a living example look like? I can tell you what it looks like for me. Being a living example looks like showing up every single day and being consistent. Being a living example means that I am certain that if I am married to the process and not trying to shack up with the results, that if I'm consistent in doing the things that I say that I want to do because of the person that I choose to be, that will take me a lot farther than just focusing on the what's and focusing on when I want to accomplish something, and or the focusing on what steps I'm going to take in order to get there. But being reminded that I am going to choose to set my mind very intentionally on being a confident, faith-filled woman. That I will open my hands, release what I've been holding on to that has not been serving me, and release it to God, so that the things that I've put before Him, I will do. That's what being a living example looks like to me. Becoming a living example, a person that's a living example is someone that's confident, someone that is certain, someone that has clarity. They are so clear that they're going to be kind, that they're going to be attentive, that they're going to be loving, that they're going to be positive, that they're going to be giving, that they're going to be fill in the blank. What is it that you value that you can bring into the vision that you have for yourself, and make sure that as you are living out this example, other people can catch that vibe? That people will be better because they've been in your space. Being a living example means that we're believing in our ability. We believe in our ability, that we have been created by the Creator perfectly and abundantly, and that everything that we need is inside of us. Being a living example. We have to be able to build the mental muscles that are in line with our values. And you know what? Good leaders lead with their values enmeshed in their vision. That's what good leaders do. And I'm not talking about leadership by title. You guys have heard me many, many times. I'm talking about leadership as influence. That's it. So how will you decide today to be a living example? Will you decide today that you're going to eliminate gossip from your life? Will you decide today that you are going to now be intentional about the things that you think, the things that you speak, the things that you hear? The things that you feel? Will you decide today to be a living example? That's my question. Are you going to keep on shacking up with doubt, with fear, with worry, with grieving, with holding on to what is no longer serving you and the person that you say that you want to be in order to accomplish the vision that you have for 2020? 6 weeks from now, if you're good, you'll be still on track. If you're intentional and if you're aware, you will still be on track. But I'm telling you, most of the population will have given up by that time. Will that be you? Will you still be shacking up with the conditions and circumstances that have gotten you to this place that you are now? Or are you going to shift your mindset so that you are equipped and ready to become the person that can accomplish that goal, vision, and dream? At the end of the day, we know in our heart of hearts what we need to start doing and what we need to stop doing. We know. You and I know what it is that we need to start and what it is that we need to stop. We know the things that have held us in a particular place and what we need to let go of. We know. Intrinsically, we know. All of us know in our heart of hearts what we need to stop doing and what we need to start doing. So, what tools do you have in your toolbox? What tools do you have in your mental toolbox? If it's what's inside of us that defiles us, what needs to change on the inside? At the end of the day, we need to remove any type of emotional shackles. We need to remove any mental roadblocks, and we need to remove any physical excuses. Now, I'm not saying that it's simple, nor is it easy. It's a lot easier to sit behind this camera and say, hey, you know what? You need to do X, Y, and Z. But I'm going to tell you something. This is called Grow with Dezi for a reason, because the very things that I share with you from my heart are the very things that I am living out in my life. Because leaders go first. And you cannot take anybody anywhere that you haven't gone. Talk is cheap. Living is what matters. And that is the most precious gift that you can give everybody that loves you and that you love, becoming a better you. So I don't care what's on the vision board. I applaud you. But you need to understand why you want to be the person that can accomplish those things. And then you need to make sure that you've got the mindset and removed all of the other stuff, the mental roadblocks, the emotional shackles, the excuses. I can't because I don't have, or nobody will, or I feel we all have them. We all have them. But now, today, is going to call for somebody greater. And that greater person is sitting inside of you, waiting for you to tap into your source. Tap into the source, the creator that lives inside of you, and say, okay, I will let go. I will release. I will open my hands so that I'm going to stop shacking up with all of the stuff that is not doing me any good. And I'm going to now be married to becoming who you say I am. Simple, but it's not easy. But the transformation is absolutely worth it. It is absolutely worth you becoming who you need to be so that you can do what you need to do so that you can have what you and your family deserve. I've been watching my cousin. She's an entrepreneur. She's in Belize. And I've been watching her over the past couple years take her passion for fashion and for entrepreneurship and for digital marketing, for graphic design, and build a business from scratch. Now, that wasn't the impressive part. The impressive part was this. She posted today a picture of my aunt, and she was sitting in a medical clinic, of all things, right? And what she said was, I work hard so that I can give back. And I'm paraphrasing. I can give back to the woman who gave so much to me. She deserves the best. That's a part of her why. And I'm talking about, I've been watching her for years. She's been grinding, she's been moving, she's been pushing, she's been building. It will take literally saying, okay, you know what? I'm putting you out. Fear, I'm putting you out. You got to go. Doubt, I'm putting you out. You got to go. We not shacking no more. That's it. You've been getting it for free for too long. We're not doing this anymore. We are going to become, I've decided to become better. And with that comes change. With that comes change. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Tamara. Hey, Bethany. You guys, thanks for hopping on and just coming and joining me. I appreciate that. So we got to build the mental muscle. We got to build the mental muscle. We got to have the mindset that is in line with your value, with the things that you value. It's very important. It's time to get married and stop shacking up. Get married to the process of becoming. And that step that will start all of that. Hey, Bethany. The step that will start all of that is shifting the way that you think. As a man thinketh, so is he. As we think, we are. So, my challenge to you is to stop shacking up. Gotta let it go. And get your mindset where it needs to be so that you can be, do, and have the things that you want this year. So that's what I have for you tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you, again, have not had an opportunity to register for the Vision Confident workshop that's coming up on January the 8th, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I highly recommend that you go to the website that's there, bit.ly/myconfidentvision. And I encourage you, come hang out with me. Come hang out with me. However many people will be there, I'm excited for the ones that have registered, that are interested. Come and join me. We're going to have a good time. We're going to learn about how to think, how to increase the richness of our thinking, and how that person, having that mindset and that spirit, will help you to become the person that will accomplish the vision that you have for your life. It's simple, not easy, but it's worth it. I encourage you to join me, invest in yourself. All right. So thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Again, I will see you tomorrow night, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay. Take care.